Shullies, make the arrangements as quickly as possible.
What a
I wedding priest, my friend.
Wait! You have no right!
Turn a cell.
You refused my challenge?
It is the law, Governor. You know that. Any man may challenge. Death to the loser. The winner wins all.
The giant Earthship Ark, drifting through deep space over 800 years into the far future. Its passengers, the descendants of the last survivors of the dead planet Earth, locked in separate worlds, heading for destruction. Unless 3 young people can save the Starlost.
Stop protecting me, Garth. I'm not afraid.
Where does your chart say we are now? Except on this plane that stretches out forever.
Well, maybe this is Omicron.
How could it be anything when it's nothing?
Let's find out. Someone built this.
Where are they now?
Yes, Devon, where are they?
Status data! Status data!
Who are you?
Repeat! Status data!
We don't understand what you want! Get those lights off us!
The light is hot. It's burning.
We're friends! Who are you? We're not enemies! We came here for help!
Status data!
Get that light down and we'll try to tell you what we can!
Names, districts, classification, identity numbers.
We don't know those things! We're from another place! We're not from Omicron! We're strangers!
I'm Captain Grant, Government House Guard. You've broken Regulation 1-7-8-0, Darkness Curfew. You know non-military citizens are forbidden outside residence after 2000 hours?
We don't know anything about your regulations. We're not from here. We're from Cypress Corners. It's another place. I'm Devon. This is Garth, and this is Rachel. Now I want to speak to someone with authority.
You're... a woman.
It's Calabra.
It's not possible.
Why is everyone kneeling?
Calabra.
You're not entertaining me. Try calisthenics. Where's Shalit?
At prayer, sire.
Well, tell him to come and pray for me. Appoint a good soldier head priest and he disappears under a cowl for the rest of his life. Shalit! Oh, what now? Rank and duty.
Guard captain, sire. Night patrol. A miracle has happened, Governor. She has come to us.
She?
Sire!
Explain yourself, Captain.
The goddess Calabra.
Who are you?
My name is Rachel, and these are my friends, Devon and Garth.
We come from another place, Cypress Corner.
There is no other place. Unless you mean the supply tubes.
Yes, the spot.
And they're contaminated with radiation. So you're mutants. We thought we'd destroyed them all generations ago. How did you survive?
Governor? Governor,
All right.
Governor, we're not mutants, or whatever it is that you call us. We have come to Omicron to warn you that the Ark is in danger. And we need your help. If you'll only show us the books...
Silence. You're not a boy, then.
Why are you behaving so strangely? Why are there no women here?
Can you really not know? They won't be harmed. You ask why we show you such reverence?
It's not possible.
They believe it is.
But you do not?
Why shouldn't I believe it?
They say... Oh, no. Why, you're a woman. You're a...
Say it, Shelley. Go on, you're the priest. Everyone expects you to be at least as gullible as they are. Say it right out. Shalif, the priest, is here. And in his presence, I announce news of Calabra's return. Come on, goddess. Our deity's return can only be for one purpose. Shalif, make the arrangements as quickly as possible.
What a...
Aye, wedding priest, my
Wait! You have no right!
Turn aside.
But no, they're my friends.
Hold! As you wish, Calabra. I apologize for my unkindness to your friends. Give them all they want. Quarters, food, and Captain, see that they're well guarded against intrusions. Leave us, Shally. I want to get to know my bride.
should eat something.
I'm not hungry.
I wonder where they have Rachel. If he'd listened to me, we'd never have come.
Right now, all that matters is Rachel. We have all kinds of friends.
You're very beautiful, goddess.
My name is Rachel.
Yes, you told me that, but I wouldn't like the servants to overhear. Not when they believe that you're Calabra.
You do not believe I'm Calabra. Why don't you tell them I'm just an ordinary woman?
No woman is ordinary here. And what is divinity? What does it matter if you can't perform miracles, cause fire with a snap of your fingers? Does that make you less divine?
What have you done with my friends?
They have the best of everything. Colonel's quarters, their own handmen.
You don't seem to understand why we are here. Bring them back and they will explain.
There's no hurry, my dear goddess.
But there is. We have heard that Omicron has books, a written culture. Perhaps among them there is what Devon calls technical manuals. Books about machinery. We need them. Don't you understand the danger we're in? The Ark is on a collision course.
You're very striking. I don't know if it's because you're a woman or a beautiful woman. But we'll marry anyway.
Please, we must see the book.
Oh, they were all burned hundreds of years ago. And a good thing, too. Do you know, there was a war about that? About corrupt books, if you please. Printed nonsense. Oh, we're far better off now. You've seen that all around you. Our fine men, a society of perfect peace and good order. Oh, my apologies. Could I have said something to hurt you?
You burned the books.
Oh, we've got a few left. Oh, but they're strictly for priests. But don't ask Shalith. He wouldn't violate his oath.
If I am a goddess, I demand to see those books.
Well, don't demand it of me, my dear. I never said you were a goddess.
Well, if I'm not, why do you want to marry me?
By marrying you, I become a god. It's an ancient superstition.
Do you really want to be a god that much? No matter how I feel?
Oh, for you, it's at most inconvenient. Oh, but it has its advantages. You and your friends live instead of die. For me, it's survival. Do you know how we arrange the succession from one governor to the next? Well, the governor is the best and the strongest. He has to face challenges by duel from any man who dares him to the death. To the winner, the spoils. Now, I may seem magnificent to you, my dear Calabra. Or Rachel, if you'd really prefer it. I'm getting old. One day soon, this year, next year, someone will come along who's a little quicker, a little more alert, and then they take the guts out and throw them into a shallow grave. However, the ceremony is very dignified.
Do you have to live that way?
Hmm?
Is force the only thing you understand?
You are a stranger to our ways. But I don't believe that you're a mutant. Come with me.
But how can you have children without mothers?
We learned how to develop life artificially.
I don't understand.
Well, our storytellers, the priests, old bores mostly, say that a long time ago we lost all the women and most of the men in a disaster, which to my mind is a myth. But anyway, they say that our air purified itself of radiation automatically, but something called the double X chromosome, the element for breeding females, was destroyed. Now the male sperm fertilizes an artificial egg and is nurtured right through the embryo process. Would you believe it? I myself was developed in there.
But surely if you can do all that,
We can scientifically create the double X chromosome. Why should we? We're happy. We bred out the weak, the soft, the intellectuals. Oh, you wouldn't know what they are. But the last ones escaped before sentence could be carried out. They got away in the tubes. They never came back, of course. No one ever returns here. But very few try to escape our authority. They believe the tubes are contaminated. I think you're beginning to like me.
I feel sorry for you.
Sorry for me? Why?
You've never known love.
I don't mind if you use the word when no one's around. It's considered unnatural. But it sounds nice the way you say it.
Where did you come from? Well?
We broke out.
Yes, but they've probably found our guards by now. So we'd better hurry. What's that?
My wedding dress.
Well, you'd better better get back into your own things because we...
Do you like it? Garth?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's beautiful. Rachel, we have no time.
I don't want to change. I like the dress. It makes me feel like a bride.
Well, you're not going to be one.
Oh, is that for you to say?
You're not serious.
I would like to make my own decisions if you don't mind. You will allow me that.
Of course, I always have.
Good.
I-
Listen, I have found Charlize does have writings, the only ones left in Omicron.
Oh, listen, Devin, let's forget about the writings. We haven't got time. Let's find a way out of here. Do you remember where we came in?
Oh, forgive me, goddess. I thought I heard voices. But then I shouldn't be surprised at that, should I?
Governor does not believe me divine. Why should you?
You don't look like a mutant. There have been no women here since the Holocaust. Where have you come from? Who are you?
We come from another world exactly like yours. For hundreds of years it has been sealed within itself until we have all forgotten the truth. All of these worlds are bound together by tubes. It is a vast ark floating through the heavens, having saved the best of our mother planet to begin life anew in a distant world. But the ark is in danger, drifting towards certain death.
You are the goddess Calabra. How else could you know the secrets of our sacred writings?
I do not know secrets. Devon has told me this, and that is little enough. But we came through the ark, I know that.
Well, the Ark is a myth. A sacred myth, but still a myth.
Well, why don't you ask my friends?
And the goddess shall lift up the souls of the departed into a great ark, and then transport them to the farthest reaches of her heavenly domain. That is the ultimate meaning of our sacred writings, discerned by our schoolmen in our retreat. Now, how could I think you less than a divinity when you know what we know? It takes whole lifetimes to divine even so little from our sacred writings.
Charlize, Rachel is as human as you, or Garth or myself.
Oh, I know the limits of my own old flesh. And I know you to be human. Because after all, gods do not usually escape by tying and gagging government house guards. But I wonder if you know how little chance you have of staying free.
Well, then I think you had better help us.
Yes, I think I better had. But there's not much I can do, or for long. Sanctuary in our chapel is the one right remaining to priests against the civil power left over from prehistoric times.
Rachel must come too.
Charlize, you can't marry them, you know that.
That is one thing I cannot deny the governor. We each of us respect the limitations of our office. But she will be safe as long as I can delay the ceremony.
I'll be all right, Devon, until you've seen the writings.
Now hurry, because they will be looking everywhere.
The strangers claim sanctuary. They are entitled to it under the law.
I have the governor's authority to arrest those prisoners. Open, Sharif!
I will not surrender the sanctuary of the chapel.
Sharif!
Sharif, Gaza and I will give ourselves up.
No, no.
All of you are summoned to the governor at once. You must obey.
I shall.
They may stay, but they are not to be allowed to see the writings.
And you will be sent for later.
Do you know why we are here?
For sanctuary.
To the monastery, yes. But to Omicron.
I've heard it said you wish to examine our sacred writings, but that's impossible. Shalif told you so.
Shalif can't seem to understand how important it is. All our lives are in danger. Yours, Shalif's, all the people of Omicron, even those of our own place. Where are the writings?
Your interest in the immortal writings does you credit for a mutant, or whatever kind of beings you may be. Forgive me, I do not condescend, though I may seem to. And though the tales you bring reveal minds both subtle and bold, even were you to examine the writings, you would understand nothing. The matter is complex and obscure. Our priests spend their entire lives interpreting a single line. For example, within the CTR's core, the superconducting magnets are cooled to cryogenic temperatures. Would you perhaps understand that?
No, I don't.
I thought perhaps it might refer to the goddess's power over heat and cold, as in, and it came to pass that the goddess caused a great cold to come over the land. It took me 10 years achieving that interpretation. But 3 of my predecessors spent their entire lives before me. How fine it might be were you given dispensation to read with us. You could perhaps bring new insights.
Yes. We could do that, of course. We're not scientists. But we have seen things that I think would help us to interpret for you.
Let him look at the writings. Then we can go. We can take Rachel, and then Shalif would not be in danger.
You have a very good heart.
Are those the writings? No one will know.
No! I've taken a lifetime vow to protect the writings. You would have to kill me first.
Then we will wait for Shalif. What will happen to him?
I can't say. He and the governor are old comrades, but they are also rivals. One representing the temple, the other the state. The 2 institutions live in precarious harmony.
Devin, the guards are back. The ones that took Shalif.
Garth. Those are the same ones who found us when we all arrived. The ones who first called Rachel a goddess. What do you think would happen if they thought that the goddess was going to have to marry the governor against her will?
Why don't we open the door and find out?
priest who spends at least part of each day on his knees can't be all bad, Shalith. He'd be even better if he obeyed his governor. Give up those men. They have no claim to sanctuary.
What do you want them for?
They broke the law, escaped custody, assaulted my guards.
They came peacefully. They broke no law, and you imprisoned them.
You're defying me, Shalith.
They are wards of the temple, and I am sworn to protect them. They are no danger to anybody, except perhaps to you.
How to me?
They may know the truth about this girl, Rachel. That she is not a goddess, but an ordinary woman. If the people come to believe that, your scheme to marry her and become a god yourself will be worthless.
My scheme, as you call it, is to maintain myself in power. And as long as I stay, so do you.
Unless you decide otherwise.
How long do you think you'd last with a new governor? Everyone knows you're tied to me. They'd make a sacrifice of you to your beloved goddess in the fire pit.
Perhaps it's time to begin dissolving those ties.
You forget that I still rule, and I can throw you out when I like.
It's too late for that. If I was still a colonel in your guards, it would be easy. But now I'm a power in my own right. You say that the people would not stand for my defying you. Would they stand for you defying yourself? You're a soldier, not a god.
You have your choice, Shalith. Oppose me, bring civil war. You're a man of peace fighting for principles. I'm fighting for my life. Anyway, war's my element. You know you can't win. Oh, you don't care about your own life. You never did. But think of the deaths of all your followers. Their blood on your hands. I'm sorry, Shalith. You must give me your answer now.
I never wanted this power. You thrust it upon me for your own reasons, and I took it without knowing what it meant. But then I began to believe in what I was doing, what I stood for. I was even able to stand up against you. It gave me that much strength. Now, with a few words, you're taking all that away. What do you want?
First, surrender those men.
Not to be put to death.
What would you have me do? Turn them loose?
They will return to their own place, the tubes or wherever they lead.
Very well. Done. But they remain in the palace till it's safe. Well, at least we're agreed on one thing. You see Rachel as I do. A woman, yes. A goddess, no.
I didn't say that.
Don't be a fool. Oh, I don't know where she came from, born and raised, unnoticed, deliberately concealed. The important thing is that she's here now. And the people will accept her as the goddess if you proclaim it. Marry us! It's the one thing that will unite state and temple and bring us all unity and peace. You won't regret this, Shalith. I promise you. The marriage will take place this day. You are magnificent, goddess.
I thought only the governor was magnificent.
Oh, then we're both magnificent. Do I offend you?
Everything about you offends me.
Oh. Garth and Devon are more to your liking.
Much more. They are gentle and kind.
You could teach me those things.
I cannot teach you.
You are a woman. There is a great deal that I can learn from you. Though you consider me vain, proud, overbearing, I don't deny it. But are these necessarily bad things? I need you to temper them, refine them. I have a feeling for you, Rachel. Rachel. Yes, I call you that. You've only been here a short time, but already I've begun to change.
I have not changed you.
You are making me see myself for the man that I am, and the man I could become.
You are a man who rules by terror. That's all you understand. One day the men you rule will stand up and cut you down the way you've cut down those who have come before you.
That is why I've chosen to marry you. To ensure that no man will ever challenge me again.
If I were a man, I would challenge you.
Then you would be the one man I'd most fear. But you're not. You are a very extraordinary woman. A goddess. And my bride. Go ahead, Shalith. Perform the ceremony. Captain, what's the meaning of this?
A palace revolt, Governor.
Oh. You, Captain? You aspire to take my place on this throne? You think you could stop me from taking your head off with a single blow, as I've done to 20 challengers before you? Get on with your job and I'll forget all this nonsense. In fact, for capturing the escaped prisoners, instant commission to Colonel. Lock them up. Wait! I challenge you!
Governor.
You? You're not even of Omicron! Challenge denied. Take him away.
You refuse my challenge?
It is the law, Governor. You know that. Any man may challenge. Death to the loser. The winner wins all.
This is ridiculous, Shalith. I'm about to be married to the goddess. ending all such challenges forever.
It is the law, Governor. You cannot refuse a challenge.
So you wish to die. Very well. As the challenged, I choose the weapons.
Giving him the advantage. Remember, he's old.
Devin!
First rule! Never give your opponent a free sweep.
Stay on the balls of your feet, Devin. Take your balance.
Pay attention to your friend. It may spare you an extra moment or two of life. What are you waiting for? The code allows you to take my head off. Then everything's yours. Governor.
I don't want your life.
You won fairly. Mercy disgraces me. Strike! You're not fit to be a governor. Devon the Merciful, how long do you think you'd reign?
I want your throne. I want the right. Look at your writings, in case they may help us. And the right to go home. And the right to go. Now.
If I'm governor again, what makes you think I'll let you go?
I think you may have your hands full, Governor. I'm not the only challenger.
I've done done what you wanted, Sharif, but it's a great responsibility revealing these writings to those who have not taken vows.
Don't worry. You may show them. But be quick, because you must go.
Sharif. What is this? There's nothing here. Nothing here at all, except column after column of figures. Logarithm tables. There's nothing here at all but figures, nothing.
These are our sacred writings. You are not a priest. How could you hope to know their meanings without a lifetime of study?
Your priest gave us whole sentences.
Those, of course, are our interpretations of the figures.
Well, what else can you tell us? What other interpretations have you?
A great many, all equally obtuse, I'm afraid.
Yeah, something strange. I see shapes underneath the figures.
You're right. Here it is again. And here.
It looks like the Ark.
Ark? Now, there is another of our writings, which might help you find what you're looking for. Very ancient, passed down to us. It goes, and should it come to pass that the domain of the goddess whence comes all direction be consumed, then shall she seek out her new domain in the nethermost regions of her great Ark. Now, of course, we have never understood what that means.
Nethermost regions of her Ark. Domain, dome.
Dome. Did you say all direction?
All direction, yes.
Of course. Bridge.
We have seen the bridge. There is nothing there.
Yes, but supposing there were a backup bridge. Sharif, we thank you. You may have saved the Ark.
Let us... I'll show you the way out. I can go no further, but you know the way from here. Take care of her.
We will.
One moment, please.
Governor, they are in all truth our friends. I beseech you.
No priestly petitions, Sharif. As one of my old comrades, I wish you had stayed to see how I handled those other challengers.
I do congratulate you, sire. But what of them?
What do you say, Rachel?
Why do you ask? You have us. You can force me if you wish.
But it would be a poor victory. You see, I have learned something about love. There is no need to press the question. I know what her choice would be. You have won over me twice today, without killing anyone. It might prove an interesting way to govern. They are free to go.
I shall pray that we have helped you.